Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this first video of the Wrestling Analyst. Now, who am I? Well, first, my name is Liv Morgan, and I have wrestled in the province of Quebec for 15 years. Won, let's say, about 15, between 15 and 20 different championships during my career, and for different federations up here in the province of Quebec, in the Great White North, notably in Northern Championship Wrestling, New Wrestling Championship, Showcase Wrestling Revolution, Association of Championship Wrestling. So those are the main four federations where I wrestled. Did wrestle for a couple more federations in the area. Now, I was also a booker for at two different times in my life for federations, as well as I have done some fantasy booking. Now, the Wrestling Analyst will not be about how good the matches were, or I'm not going to be grading matches 4 stars, 5 stars. Though I leave that to other people that are doing a great job at that. And what I'm going to do is when there's a pay-per-view, or well, they call that a premium live event now, or on Raw and SmackDown, what I'm going to do is just analyze before the match, and well, after the event, but I'm going to come and say before the match what each wrestler or tag team or 6-man tag or whatever want to have with a win in this match, what it would do for them, and the same thing at the end of the match, what the result gave both opponents or tag teams or whatever, and what to look forward to in the coming weeks, in the coming months for those wrestlers. So that's what I want to bring to the table. Now, it's a lot of wrestling content on YouTube or wherever you take your contents. They talk about news, rumors, things like that. There's already a bunch of people doing that, and I'm going to leave that to them. They're the best at it. What I want to do is I want to bring something new to the table. Now, pardon my English. English is not my first language. I'm a French Canadian, but I'll do my best. Now, to start, I'm going to start with the premium live event that happened just 2 days ago, Saturday. Extreme Rules 2022. Now, match number 1. I didn't watch the pre-show, so I don't even know if there was a match there. So, but I'm kind of concentrating on the event itself for this one at least. So the first match was the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in an good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Now, Sheamus was looking for revenge after his controversial loss on Friday Night SmackDown for the IC title. Now, controversial because there was 2 taps. Gunter tapped 2 times on the floor, on the mat, and then he stopped. So the referee Jessica Carr said, "Nope, no tap, no tap out. The match continues." So, and Imperium was looking to continue on their momentum they had since the beginning of the feud between the Brawling Brutes and Imperium, which they won probably almost every match is between them. So match was good. Good old fashioned brawl. Well, that's basically what the good old fashioned Donnybrook match was. It's essentially the equivalent of a Texas Tornado match or a street fight between a six-man tag, or they could do whatever they want. They just had some bar decor all over the place. So anyway, it was straight up brawl. Good match, good spots, and winners were the Brawling Brutes, and they finally got their babyface win and maybe closed the feud. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Gunther and Sheamus are going to continue to feud for the IC title, at least probably until Survivor Series. Probably they're going to have a match there, Survivor Series. Again, Gunther, Sheamus 3. I'm looking forward for that. So, but Gunther is still champ. Well, he couldn't lose his title there, but I'm looking forward maybe to have Sheamus feud with Gunther, Imperium feud with Ridge Holland and Butch as a tag team, maybe to establish which of those two tag teams are going to be the next challengers for the Usos for the undisputed tag titles. So that's that's my analysis of the situation between the Brawling Brutes and Imperium. Now, match number 2. Ronda Rousey was challenging Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, Liv is trying to establish herself as not establishing herself, but she wants to prove herself against Rousey, who sees her like a little doll. She can do whatever she wants with her. She can beat her as much as easy as she wants. Probably true, but and Rousey wants the title back. It's simple as that. Now, Rousey won the match, takes back the title, but Liv doesn't really loses any momentum, any credibility on that, because she fought to the end. She held her own, and she didn't tap out. She passed out to lose the match. So she held her own. So I don't think Liv loses anything in there apart from her title. Now, apparently backstage after that she was in a dark corner or whatever. Is there like a heel turn coming for Liv? I don't know. And like I said earlier, I'm going to leave that to the ones who bring the news and rumors and things like that. But I don't see Liv getting her hands on the title in the coming weeks or months. Maybe she's going to have a new persona, new whatever. We shall see. Maybe we're going to start. We didn't see her tonight on Raw, so and I'll make another video for Raw tonight, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Match 3. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. accompanied by Scarlett in a strap match. Now, this one I was looking forward to. Karrion Kross had to win this match to be credible as a main event player right off the bat. That's why the attack on Drew McIntyre happened in the first place. That's why the hourglass was put in front of Roman Reigns on his first night when he returned, was to establish him as a main event guy, or maybe a menace to Roman Reigns. Now, if he wanted to become a menace to Roman Reigns, he had to beat Drew McIntyre on Saturday. Now, Drew, on his side, he was coming off a big loss against Roman at Clash of the Castle. But he's still considered one of the top contenders for the undisputed titles. So, what happened? Match with a lot of whipping. That's the characteristic of its strap match. Not really any new spots, I would say. No real innovation in the strap match, but you can innovate so much with a strap. You have to whip, and that's about it. Or you can maybe hang somebody with, but you don't want people to be hung anyway. So Kross wins the match because of a Scarlett blinding McIntyre with pepper spray in the eye. Well, pepper spray. Now, like I said, that was the goal for that, was to establish Karrion Kross as a main event player. Now, if you ring a little bell or something, that's my dog who's shaking his head. It's his medals on him. Now, like I was saying, Karrion, with this win, is established as a main event player and a threat to Roman's titles. Maybe not in the coming weeks, but he's gonna probably continue to feud with Drew. Probably another match at Survivor Series, or maybe at Crown Jewel. They're going to face off against each other again. We shall see to the build up to Crown Jewel what's going to happen there. Now, McIntyre on the other hand is not losing any momentum again with the loss because he lost because he was blinded. So, and was almost like the perfect finish for both of them, because McIntyre doesn't lose anything and Karrion Kross gets a big win over McIntyre. So that was the important thing in this, is that no one would lose in this match. They both won. Both characters had a win. It was a win-win situation with the results of this match. Match number 4. Bayley challenging Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship in a ladder match. Now, Bayley came back at SummerSlam with Io Sky and Dakota Kai to form Damage Control. Since they came back, the two, Sky and Kai, won the tag team titles from Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. And Bayley wanted to complete the trio by capturing the Raw Women's title. Now, that would complete her comeback. And that would make Damage Control the most dominating women's faction ever until now. Bianca, on the other hand, it has been on top of her game for the majority of the last 2 years. Well, 1.5 years, let's say. Well, no. Yeah, 2 years. She won WrestleMania. She lost against Sasha. So it's almost 2 years now she's been on top of her game now. Maybe it would be time for her to lose the title and put some other people over to maybe come back to winning the title again later. But it was not to be on Saturday because she retained the title and man, she showed power. Wow. That double KOD on Sky and Kai, wow. Almost, I did the double Samoan drop a couple of times myself, and I can tell you, you gotta have it when you have two people on your shoulders like that. It can the knee can buckle pretty fast on you. Anyway, Bianca wins, keeps the title, keeps everything going. She stays strong as a champion. Bayley, on the other hand, lost a little bit of momentum there. And probably the feud will continue because Bayley wants to have that championship. But maybe it's not in the cards right now. Maybe Bayley is going to be chasing the title, and probably they're going to be facing each other at Survivor Series, or maybe even at Crown Jewel. We'll see, because Crown Jewel, you know, there's a couple of women's matches now, and that's good because you gotta. Like Lacey Evans and Natalia a couple of years ago, they made a great match to open eyes of little girls over there. Like they were saying to them, hey, you can do this. But we shall see. But I don't think Bayley will, no, I think Bayley and Bianca are not done. And we should be looking forward to other matches because that match was very, very, very good. I've been saying it to my friends for a long time now. Women in WWE right now are putting on better matches than the majority of men on the roster. And that's not a knock on the guys. The guys some of them are putting matches, hell of matches. But at every premium live event I see, there's always one of the women matches at least that almost steals the show every time. And that is good because you want to see good wrestling. Now, enough talking about that. I would say that I was not there to say if a match is good or not or whatever, but like I said, when it's going to be a good one, a really good one, I'm going to tell it. Now, match 5, Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Again, what a match, but not only that, the psychology behind that match was fascinating. Was very good. Like, there was turning point after turning point after turning point after turning point. It was one of the best matches of the year, psychology-wise. because there was so much going on. You have Judgment Day interfering, and then Rey Mysterio interferes, and then Beth Phoenix gets in the mix. Now, Beth and Rhea facing off, I was like, oh my God, we got to see this match. We got to see a match between Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley. Two powerhouse women. We have to see that. Now, coming back to the match. Finn has to win. Finn had to win to establish Judgment Day as a major faction. To really, not that they were not before the match, but to really establish them as a major faction in WWE right now. There's not that much, but they had to win the match to be viewed as what they are. Edge, he came back. It's always a miracle. I'm happy to see him. But right now he's there basically to put over younger talent. To make them go higher in the ranks. Now, Finn and Edge is 48 years old. Well, I should say 48 years young, because man, he can go in that ring even at 48. Wow. I wish I could have done that back in the day, but I chose not to. Anyway, Edge, of course, came back from a knee injury, ACL or MCL, I'm not sure which one it was that they said he had when they made the coup de grace on his knee there. But an injury like that takes more than 3-4 weeks to come back from. So it was not really injured, it was for the storyline. Now, the handcuffs. Rhea with the key, like, oh, she is just so good in that role. But anyway, now, and like I said, Beth with Rhea, we have to see this. We have to see this. Now, Finn wins, cementing the status of Judgment Day as a sadistic faction that will do anything to get their way. They will do anything they have to do to get the win. And that's what they did on Saturday. They were threatening Beth Phoenix with a concerto, and that's when Edge said, I quit, to try to protect his wife. And the phrase that Rhea said, you taught us too good and give the concerto anyway to Beth, was the icing on the cake. That is not over by a long shot. Even Dominic attacking his father during that match, that's going to lead to, I don't know when, but I'm looking, probably they're going to stretch that to have a match, Dominic versus Rey, probably at WrestleMania. They're going to stretch that all the way there, I think. If not, if they don't stretch that to Mania, the match is going to happen in the Rumble. That's what I'm looking at. Now, as for Edge, Beth, Rhea, and whoever between Damian and Finn, that's gonna happen at one point. Is it gonna be a mixed tag team with Beth and Edge versus Rhea and Finn, or Damian Priest, or is it gonna be two matches? My guess would be a mixed tag. But like I said, we need to see Rhea versus Beth. So, like I said, Edge won't lose anything because he's not there to win championships anymore. As much as some people would like to see him win championships, he's not there for that. He's there to put people over. Hope this is good for you now. Match 6 and the main event. Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins with Daniel Cormier. Yeah, well, I can say it in French. Daniel Cormier as a special referee. Now, this match was meant to end their feud. Did it? Not sure. Probably did. Because when you have a match like that, with a stipulation like that, which has the potential of being that violent, that's usually a match that finishes a feud. Now, Riddle must win this match to establish himself as a future, even if he is now, but as a really credible future main event player. Rollins, on the other hand, had to win to stay in the title picture. So, now Riddle wins. So, that's basically establishing him, putting him in line with a title shot with Roman. But if you remember right, Riddle can't challenge for the title anymore, because the last match he had with Roman, there was a stipulation that if he lost, as long as Roman is champion, he can't challenge for the titles. Rollins, on the other hand, might have lost a little bit, but since he's got a title shot on Monday night, that could re-establish him as a main event and a threat to Roman Reigns right off the bat. Now, at the time of recording this video, Seth won the U.S. title from Bobby Lashley. I'll come back with that on my other video I'm going to do this week for the Raw analysis. So I hope you like this. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and who knows, maybe this will become a pretty regular installment for years to come. So you all have a nice evening, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Thank you.